What's up, world? Hope everybody's doing great out there. I just want to say thanks to all the people that support my videos, and my sincerest apology for not doing this as often as I should or I could. I was just following my divine, timeline, and those who know me knows, like, I'm on that time. So I only speak if I have to, or if source is asking me to do something about something. But y'all be bugging, and I appreciate that. I'm surprised how many people actually wanted to hear my jams. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna drop a little bit of jam before this year is over, and this might be one of those that I can fill in for you. So a lot of things that people wanted to know, for those who know me, you know how I'm all about numbers. So numerology in 2022, that equals 6. That's 2 plus 2 plus 2. Now, this number here symbolizes death, basically, meaning something is dying and it's about to be reborn. Because when something dies, it's the beginning of a new life. Also, on the flip side, for instance, when you're in your mother's womb and you come out of that womb, you died inside her womb into the new world. So your life that existed in that womb is now over. And we all know nature imitates art, basically. What does that mean? You see an airplane basically is the copy version of the birds. The cars on 4s are the copy versions of the animals on 4, the foundation of what it is. So the numbers relate to nature, and nature relates to numbers, right? And we know the zeros and ones are always the computer codes that are in existence in all nature when you're looking for the Fibonacci sequences within things. So it's 2022 when the queen dies. The regime is now over, and that regime showed you that the queen does not own the land and all its people in it that she had captured with paper to control and bring about their family or bloodline vision of those elite society, which she had conquered over the years before most of us were born. And that regime is actually over now, and there's a new regime coming in the 2023. So what is 2023? 2023 now becomes number 7. Now in numerology, if you understand how number 7 works, number 7 is the highest number we actually have. Because once we get to number 8, that's 0 and 0 put together to form the infinity sign, so above, so below, or the repetition of infinity, meaning the repetition of stuff. And we know that number 9 is 0 with a 1 beside it. So it's the 0s and 1 that's combined from the beginning and the first number, which is 1, that form the number 9. And if you take the number 9 and the number 6, is the flip of, so also the, the yin and the yang, the opposite. So that's why number 6 represent the death and birth at the same time, because you can flip it either way, because once you die, it's not an end. So like, for instance, an apple tree gives birth to, its apple fruit. The fruit comes out, man eats it, the seed is now doable for you to replant. Now we live in a GMO world, so some of these things don't make no sense, because these are some of the gems that they wanted to bury so that they can take control of our lives. So we depend on that particular system to have no faith in the land, to have no faith in the air, to have no faith in the skies, the moons, and everything else that the source creator has given us. So now let me break certain codes for you guys. Right now it's daytime, it's beautiful outside, the sun is out. A couple of hours ago, we had the moon out, we had the stars in the sky. You can see the darkness, the beauty of the land. You can see the lights that we have created to be our own stars on this earth. So now, how does that work? Most people don't understand that the superstars or the media influences that you see were brought to you through your television and your radio, which are syndicated and have gone through the process of vetting to become public property. Now, the public property, your sunlight right now is your public property. The moon is your public property. The land is your public property, given to you by a divine source or a divine creator for all humanity to enjoy at a free cost. And the divine source creator has also given us the knowledge, the intel, the know-how for us to be able to create these things. So for instance, the shirt I'm wearing came from the land. This car or truck I'm sitting in came from the land. The natural resources, no matter how you flip it, no matter how your science or your doctors or your engineers can engineer it, it's still coming from the bottom of the ground. So similar to that, our body that we're wearing right now is a suit. And this body has to be returned back onto the earth because it belongs to the body. Our spirit belongs to the divine air and source of waters that are above and below, or the next life. So now this spirit has to evaporate out of the body. In order for it to exist, it needs a body. And when the separation happens, which is his death or his timely demise, the body goes back to the earth, goes through its processes of becoming one with the manure, or become part of the earth. And then the spirit has to go to it through its judgment. So in Ma'at, it will tell you that your heart will be weighed on a scale. What does that mean? When your heart is being weighed, meaning that it has to be as light as a feather, that's to say. Now, if you've allowed the system and the influences and the liars and the cheaters and the evil ones who have taken contract on your life and soul to influence you to become an evil entity such as jealousy, anger, cheater, liar, thief, all types of unnecessary low vibration energy has consumed you. And so now you're not in your higher state to be able to be a good human being and practice love thyself or love thy neighbor as thyself, because you got to love yourself first before you can love somebody. I cannot make you love me. You got to love yourself before you can actually love somebody else. So when somebody shows an act of hate or cheating, stealing, lying, killing, whatever it is, it shows that they don't love themselves so they can hurt another person. Because if you truly do love yourself, you can't cause pain to others that you know that are non-justifiable, that if the table was returned to